before the mid-19th century, which are sold worldwide in their iconic blue tin. Because of the few number of ingredients in the recipe, each one of them plays a big and important role in the final outcome. The high content of butter in the recipe causes the biscuits to brown perfectly, and that's why we're using European-style salted butter. Very, very easy. It's the forming of the cookies and the final baking that are more particular. 8 ounces of butter. And let that get soft and fluffy. 1 cup of confectioner's sugar, which is powdered sugar, and I always sift my powdered sugar just to make sure there are no lumps, and this has to be put through a fine sieve. And you can push it through with a rubber spatula or a scraper. Just get out all the lumps. Add the sugar to the butter. Now, why confectioner's sugar, you may ask? Well, confectioner's sugar gives a lighter, more fragile cookie that melts in your mouth when you bite into it. And when I say European-style butter, it's the butter that's 83% or higher in butterfat content. 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Vanilla comes from Madagascar, comes from Tahiti, and it also comes from Mexico. And now add 1 egg and 2½ cups of all-purpose flour. I would just whisk this to lighten it up. Make sure there are no lumps. We're not adding any salt, no baking powder, no baking soda. And now on low speed, add your flour. The dough is going to be a little bit soft and a little bit sticky, and you're able to pipe this dough through a pastry bag. How long and vigorously the flour is mixed into the dough affects the texture of the cookies. Once flour is added to the moist ingredients, any excess mixing is going to make your cookies tough. So just be very careful. Now is the time not to overbeat. Scrape all the way down. There, I think that's plenty. Everything should be well incorporated, but not overbeaten. So this can be put immediately into the piping bag. So now, here's the bag fitted with the special star tip, and I have it propped up in a plastic quart container. It's a very useful way to deal with filling pastry bags. And just put all the dough into the bag. It's sticky and soft, but it isn't clinging to your fingers because it's so buttery. There we go. And now I'll get my pans. The bag should be completely filled all the way down to the tip. And once you get the dough all squeezed down into the bottom of the bag, twist. And to keep that twist secure, just a piece of plastic wrap rolled up like this is a very good tie. Use it like a twist-em. And then you start piping. And we want to do 4 cookies down, 3 across. They can be squares, they can be rounds, they can be ovals, or they can be pretzel shaped. So, like that, it's perfectly nice. And you'll get used to the amount of strength it takes to get this out of the bag. Takes a little bit of elbow grease. If one's a little bit misshapen, just mark it off for you. Look how pretty they are. So this bag will make about 24 cookies, 2 trays of 12. Keep piping and preheat your oven at this time to 325 degrees because these have to be baked immediately. It's going to take 19 or 20 minutes. Rotate the pans halfway through. This is exactly the way they look when they come out of that